Good morning, all my gardening friends. So today I want to show you about blight, and this is the reason why we do not allow the water to splash up from the soil on our tomato plants. So this tomato plant and this one, they're both celebrity tomatoes. So to kind of show you the difference, this one and that one back there I had on the chairs, but unfortunately the roof there, it'll pour down water, which just happens to hit this and splash. So I said, okay, well, I'll leave it so that it can go ahead and get a disease, so that you can all see this is the reason why we want to water gently and not have it splash. Okay, I have tons of tomatoes, so I'm not worried about losing these. All right, so here we are. You can see that the leaves are turning yellow, they're spotty. This could either be Septoria or it's early blight. I'm not sure if it's early blight, just because that usually happens like when the fruit sets, and that hasn't happened on these, and they're pretty young. So I'm leaning more towards Septoria, and that's a pretty nasty fungal disease. It usually comes from old soil, which I do have in here. And you know, you can still use old soil and everything. It's fine, but I really should have put some hay, straw, something to keep the dirt from splashing up. I also shouldn't have kept it underneath the roof either. Then anyway, so you can see that it's got some pretty nasty stuff going on here. Whereas this one, it's pretty healthy, except for this one leaf right here. It's lower. So it did get a little splash. So, you know, this is why I'm not sure if it's early blight though, because early blight has bigger spots, but then I've been doing some research and it looks like Septoria does the same thing too. But what basically it is that where you see the little brown spots, that's where one of the fungal spores has attached, and it's, you know, spreading. That's basically what it is. Now, when you are dealing with these kinds of things, some preventative measures. One, don't let water go onto your soil and splash up on your leaves. You can, again, put the mulch or straw or something to help prevent that. But when it does happen, then the next thing you need to do is start taking active measures so it doesn't spread, because it will kill your plant. The Septoria, if I remember correctly, it does not attach or attack the fruit itself. So, you know, if I let this go and it was later on in the season or whatever, then it really wouldn't matter to the fruit because it doesn't attach to that. But it can cause, obviously, making it really small. As you can see, these are the exact same plant. So they were the exact same size when I planted them. And this is so much bigger just because it was in better soil and didn't get this. Okay, so this is how we're going to handle it. So we're going to prune all these lower leaves off, and we are not going to mulch them because this fungi came from the soil itself. We do not want to put it back into the soil, so this is going to go straight in the trash. You can burn it if you want, but it's just going to go straight in my trash can. Okay, and if this plant was more than 50% covered with the Septoria fungi, it would be basically a goner. I would just go ahead and take it out, because as I've said in earlier videos, you can only prune off so much before there's not enough leaves to support the plant. All right, but after I prune my leaves off, then I'm going to have to take some bleach water and clean my pruners really good. And the reason why is I got to kill off the fungi that is in this, that'll be on the blades itself, because if I don't, then I go prune another plant, well, then now I've just transferred my fungi off to another plant and have to start all over again. So we don't want that. Other ways of preventing this kind of things, again, if you use old soil, make sure to put a topper on it, again, like the mulch or the straw or something. Also, if you are planting in the same pot another nightshade, so if you did tomatoes one year, you really should not do tomatoes the second year, or another nightshade like potatoes. So, and vice versa. If you planted potatoes in the pot, you don't want to do tomatoes the next year, just because of the fungi that could be in your soil will get onto the next nightshade plant. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around and check all of my tomatoes, and some of them are getting big enough now, like this one. This is my summer pick beefsteak one, and it's doing okay, but because the leaves are lower, I'm going to go ahead and take them all off. One, they don't need it, but I am going to leave the leaves that are above the tomatoes that are growing here. And the reason why is because we don't want our tomatoes to get sunburned. They need to have enough foliage over the top of them to give them shade so they don't get sunburned. If you find out that a tomato did get sunburned, what you'll notice is that there'll be a lighter spot on it that'll be kind of soft, and then it'll dry up, and it's just really gross. Okay, so that's what we're doing today, and I hope I helped you all out. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comments for me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.